Hey everyone, how are you? I hope you are absolutely fine. So today we'll be talking about patterns in C++. In the last video we talked about loops, and before that we talked about conditional statements, and in this video we'll be talking about loops. So let's get started. So here, as you can see in the screen, we have taken some examples. So we'll be talking about these things in details. So first one is like 4 columns and 3 rows. Okay, so these are rows and these ones are columns. And again in this we have 4 rows and 4 columns. So which are increasing with increment of rows. And in this we have 4 rows and 4 columns, as you can see. Sorry, not 4 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. 7 columns and 4 rows. And in the last one, we will be printing the numbers that are going from 1 to 4, and in which we have 4 rows and 4 columns. Right, so let's talk about the first one, that is stars, like 4 columns and 3 rows. So how we are going to print it? 3 rows and 4 columns. So let's go to VS Code, or first let me explain it how we'll be tackling this question and this pattern question. So in this, we have as you can see, we have 4 columns, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 3 rows. So what we can do, we can just take user input, or we can say if we want to create only this pattern, then we can just say int rows equals to, we have 3 rows, and then we can say int column equals to 4, right? Because we have 4 column in this. So what we can do, simply we can just loop. As you might be aware of loop, we will be using for loop. In this, we'll be going from int I equals to row till I is less than equals to, sorry, I equals to 1 will go from 1, right? Because we'll be printing this in the first row. So we'll be going from 1 till r, and then we will increment it. And then and in this, like, this is a 2D array type thing, right? This is not just one line that we have to print it. We have to print like in a 2-dimensional. So for this, we have to use 2 loops. In For this loop, we will use another integer j equals to 0, and or j equals to 1, and j will go from 1 till columns, and then we will increment the j, and then simply we will print out the star. You will see this in code section much clearly. So let's go to the code section. So in this, we'll be using 2 loops, one for row and one for column. I equals to 1 till it will go till row. In this loop, the first loop, we'll be using it for rows. And then we will write one more loop, j equals to 1, j will go till column, and then we will just increment j. So in this, we will print a star, right? Or we will just give some gap also, and we will print cout. So how this will work, let me just take a snapshot of it. Let's talk about it. When I will be 1, it will go to the j section, that will be 1. In the initial, j will be 1, and will print 1 star, right? And then j will become 2, and then it will print 2, another star, and the same row. And then j will become 3, and then it will print one more star, and again it will j will go to 4 and it will print one more star. And then I will become 2 as j will be greater than or equals to column, right? When j equals to 5, it will exit this loop and it will give us a next line. So it will go to next line and then I will become 2, right? The second step, I'm using this different color here. I will become 2 and will go to the next line. For next line, j will go from 1 again. It will start from 1. It will print a star. Then again, it will print a star. Like this, when j will be 5, again it will exit the loop and then we'll have I equals to 3. And the 3, when I is equals to 3, so it is equals to row. So it will execute this loop again. And then again it will print 4 star. Like this, you will get 3 rows and 4 columns. I hope you understood it. Now moving on to the next loop or next pattern, sorry, that we have a triangle. As you can see here, we have a triangle. So let's go to the code section. So for this, we will be using one loop for rows. The first loop will be for rows equals to we have n, and then for the next loop, if we check the flow, you can just see the rows. Now let me just take it differently. So we have like this, and in this the columns are increasing, right, with each row. So in this, j is equals to I. You can say that. How? Because when I equals to 1, j is also equals to 1. And in this, when I is equals to 2, I is equals to 2, j is also equals to 2, right? And when I is equals to 3, j is also equals to 3. 1, 2, 3. And in this, we have similar thing. When I equals to 4, j is also equals to 4. So let's go to the code part. In this, we will go from I equals to 1 till I equals to n. Then we'll be printing for j is equals to 1 till I. And then we will increment it. And then at last, we will just print one star, as you can see here. And then we will see out enter a new line. So let's run it. So as you can see, the pattern is printed here. Let's go to the next one. So in the next one, what we have one pyramid, right? So we have this. We have stars like this. So in this, as you can see here, if we talk about this pyramid only, in which we have 3 rows, 1, 2, and 3 rows, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, right? 5 columns. And you can see here we have space, space, star, space, space, right? And then we have space, star, 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 and then space. And then we have star, 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 star. So we have to consider this pattern and then we have to print it, right? For first, we will go one loop to print the rows, right? And for again, we will use one loop to print just what? Because we have space here, right? We will print this first and then we'll print the star, right? So let's go to the code part. So we are going to print this. So for this, we will take one integer and equals to 4, as we have 4 rows, and then we will run a loop that will go from 1 till n, and then we will print the space. And for this, we will say int space 1, and then we will say space is less than equals to n minus I, and then we will increase the space. So in this, what is happening, it is going till n minus I, because in the first row what we have, the n is 4 and the I is 1, so n minus 1 equals to 3, and in this we have 1 2 3 space, so it will print 3. And again in the next one we have I equals to 2. For second row the I will be 2, because this is what this is, first thing is row. So n minus I will be 4 minus 2 will be 2, so we have 1, you can see here 1 and 2, we have 2 spaces here, right? So we'll print this spaces. In the next one we will print 1 space, and the last one when I will be 4 and n will be 4, so it will print no space, because n will print only stars here. So then we will just print cout star, as you can see, as easy as that. And then we will print the star. So for this we will again simple, we will write a loop star equals to 1, and then star will go till 2 into I minus 1. So I will tell you how this is working. Star plus plus, so you just have to observe the pattern, right? So in this 2 into I minus 1, what does it mean? It means that it will go, so for, let's take for the first row we have I equals to 1, so 2 into 1 will be 2 minus 1 will be 1, so it will print only 1 star, cout star, right? And for n equals to 4 and I equals to 2, it will be 2 into 2 will be 4, 4 minus 1 will be 3, so it will print 3 stars. And for the next one I will be 3, 3 into 2 equals to 6, 6 minus 1 will be 5, so it will print 5 star again, and so on so on. So that's how it's going to work. And then we will just print one next line. So let's run this code. So as you can see, we have printed this, and for this we have one space, and for this we have 2 space, and for this we have 3 spaces, as we talked about. And in the next one we will be printing the numbers, right? So let's take this. So we have 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. We have 4 rows and we have 4 columns, and again in this the columns are increasing with rows, so we can just correlate one formula from this, so that it will be dependent on the rows only. So let's go to the code part. So we are going to print this pattern, and for this we can write int n equals to 4, because we have 4 rows, and then we will make one loop that will go till I equals to 1, and I will be till n, and we will increment it, so that is for rows. And again we will run a loop that will go from 1 till I, and then we will increment it, and then we will just print the j value. I will tell you how it is working, and then we will print a next line. So in this thing, as you can see, so in the when I is equals to 1, it will go to this loop and it will execute this line. Then j will be 1. For j will be 1, it will print j equals to 1, and then when this line executed, then it will again go to this line j equals to 1, and then j will become 2, and then it will check if j is less than or equals to 1, but I will be 1 there, right? So what will happen, it will return it and it will print a next line. So the code flow will go to this one, and then I will become 2, and then I will become 2, j will go from 1 till 2. So for 1 it will print 1, right? So it is printed here, and then it will print it, and then it will go again, and j will become 2, and then it will check if j is less than or equals to 1, and then it will be equals to 2, obviously. So it will again print j equals to 2, because j will become 2, so it will print 2. And then Again, it will go to the this line and j will become 3. And when j will become 3, it will check if j is less than or equals to I, but I will be 2, so it won't be going further it, and then it will return and go to the next line. So that's how it will just run again and again, and it will create a this type of pattern. And let me run this code. So as you can see, we have this code printed, this pattern printed here. So as you have seen all these patterns, and they are the best way to practice nested loops, and you can build up your logic using or creating these patterns. So in the next video, we will move into function in C++ to organize our code better in reuse logics. So yeah, if you like this video, please comment and subscribe.